every day you go to bed at 9 p.m. No matter what, you have to be heads in bed by 9 p.m. I said today is 9th October and I've been awake for over 38 hours at this point. This experience has been one for the books. I'm trying to keep a positive and a strong mindset, knowing that God has come through for me already. Honestly, I think for over the last 24 hours, I've just been on cruise control. I don't remember anything that has happened. I just know that I just want to sleep. And let me just sleep, and then we take this one day at a time. This is what I wrote down in my book. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. welcome. If you're new here, you're welcome. It's so nice to have you all on here. Like, it's really nice. My name is Chinaza Samson, and if you're a returning subscriber, hi y'all. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I really appreciate you guys. Today, we're going to be talking about something. So in the military series, we're going to be talking about my first day. The first day I landed BMT. Like the first day I arrived, I came. What my eyes saw and what you expected to see. I'm going to run you through the entire day and let's see how it goes. So follow me as I talk you through this. Let's dive right into the video, okay? I started BMT October 8th of 2024. I woke up that morning, did everything I was supposed to do. I went straight to the base. So that morning I was supposed to drop off my car at a church friend's place. So I met this beautiful family in church and they were so kind to me to keep most of my stuff, right? So I went out and I dropped off my car with them and I ordered an Uber. And it was that morning I remembered that, oh yeah, I had no plans for this car. So I had to text my recruiter that morning that, oh, I'm coming in, but I don't have a car. Yeah, since I'm shipping off today, I don't have a car. So can you pick me up from the visitor center? So he picked me up and we went in. When we arrived, we had to do a bunch of things, right? We had to also do a whole physical again. I had to do a pregnancy test to make sure that I was not pregnant. I had to do some weight check. They had to check my weight to see that I'm still within the weight regulation, right? They had to do that as well. We signed off some documents. We had a conversation with our unit, all the leadership in the unit. So the colonel, the senior enlisted leader, we spoke to the commander who is a colonel. We spoke to the senior enlisted leader. We spoke to the first sergeant. We also spoke to all the heads in all the departments, right? In their flight medic, the FSS, everything. We spoke to everybody. They came, they have a conversation. We were like 5 of us that were shipping off that day together. So they spoke to us. People came with their family. At this point, I was not feeling sad because I came alone. I was the only person that did not come with anybody. I didn't have anybody. Some people came with their sisters, their parents, their uncle. Like, some people came with this whole entourage, right? This was a picture that we took on that day. Everybody took pictures, and finally I was taking pictures for everybody, and then the MTI that did the DEP program, because she's also the person who organized us to leave, she's like, oh, I'm gonna take a picture, stay. So I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna tell like my boss, like somebody who is way higher rank than me, to take my picture. So now at this point I'm like, I didn't know how to pose, so I just stand down place. After she pressed it twice, I said, okay, thank you, ma. Because I didn't have strength to come and say, oh, no, snap me like this. Let me pose like this. So I didn't do that. So after we did that, so they took us on a bus straight to the airport. We got to the airport. We boarded our flights, the first part of our flight. When we got to the airport, we found out that that airport is for a lot of, it's not just Air Force, so it's like a military. When we got to North Carolina, because that was our layover. When we got to North Carolina, we saw almost everybody, like Navy, Marine, everybody was going, people who were going to BMT, a bunch of people that were coming to Lackland for, BMT as well, for the Air Force. And when we boarded our flight, like you see people, like a lot of people you in your mind, because my days were just 5 that came, but everybody now, like from different bases, are coming, right? Once we landed at the part of the airport, they were like, you see the airport, San Antonio airport, right? They know already that this is Air Force base, like it's military, it's all military. So they had all these announcements saying, follow these signs, you're in the military, you're coming for BMT. They also had like welcome, they're telling people welcome, people who were coming flying in for their children's graduation the next day. Because it was on a Tuesday, people coming for their children's graduation for the next day, people like us were coming in to join. Everybody were like, oh, congratulations and welcome to San Antonio. When we came down, at the airport, so we got on the bus. All this while, right, my heart was just beating. And I was praying in my mind. I was like, God, please help me. Like, coming from this day program where I can't even do like one push-up, I can't even do one sit-up. Up to this point, like my heart is just everywhere, and I'm so scared. I don't know how well I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to do well, things like that. People had told us that, once we get to Lackland, like the MTIs are going to come on the bus and they're going to start screaming. So, but the person who came was like, okay, you guys are here, quietly line up here. It was very calm. I was like, okay, so the chaos is not here yet, let's just carried our bag, we were hurrying, we came down. They took me and some of the people in my bus who were all naturalization trainees, asked us to bring out our green cards, a USCIS account if you don't already have one. And if you have one, give them your USCIS number, account number, and things like that. We did that, and then we sat in this big auditorium, and a lot of people were coming in. So I was separated from the people that I came in with originally, because I was naturalization trainee. So while I was doing that, a bunch of other people came. So they sat me and 2 other ladies in a different section in the auditorium, because those people who I came with had already completed a whole flight. So they left. So I sat down and we were waiting. This was around 11 p.m. in the night, because my flight landed by past 9. So between the airport and me sitting down in the auditorium was around past 11. Now, mind you, once you get on the bus, right, you have to switch off your phone. So some people didn't switch off their phone so they can text their husbands, their family, to tell them that they've landed. Personally, before I reported to the MTIs at the airport, I went into the restroom to text my husband that I've already landed and we're going to be on the bus soon. So the moment they were like, bring out your phone and turn off your phone. So I brought out my phone. I texted my husband that we're on the bus and I'm turning off my phone. I won't be hearing from him again, or he won't be hearing from me again anyway. So till when next they let me use my phone. So I was there till 4 a.m. So as of 2 a.m., they counted us and they realized that because they were like, oh, pick up your bag now, all of you should, to go into like a dorm. We stood up and then they counted us and they realized that we were not even up to a flight. You're not up to the number of people to make up a flight or hold on. So they asked us to sit down, that a group of people are also coming in at 3 a.m. Now, when they come in at 3 a.m. and they get processed in, that maybe we'll have enough people to make up our flight, right? There was only one lady, after we waited for 2 hours, that came in. So now, when we saw her, everybody was so frustrated, like, oh my God, are we going to wait here again? Because at this point, while you're waiting, you cannot sleep. There's a lot of yelling going on in the auditorium. You just want to be careful that you're not the one that they're yelling at. So everything, you have to be, open your eyes. They tell you have to walk faster. In your head, you're like, me, and naturally, I'm a fast walker. Like when you go and walk with me, I walk pretty fast. So coming there and they're like, oh no, you have to be faster than this. And I'm like, anything faster than this is running. But you're not supposed to run. You're not allowed to run. You're supposed to walk faster. Anyway, as past 4 in the morning, almost to 5. This MTI, a lady sergeant, walks in and she starts yelling. She was like, "Get up, follow me." But we carried our bag. Now, mind you, you have your civilian luggage, right? That civilian luggage is considered the bag that you brought yourself to be empty. And then you have all these things now that they've just given you, all this load. Plus you're tired. Me, at this point, I've been awake since 4 a.m. of the previous day. So I've been awake for 24 hours at this point. So we picked up our bags. This is October 9th now. Picked up our bag and we started running. We were following her and she was like, "We're too slow," and then she was like, "Put down your bag." Now, when they tell you to do something, you have to say proceeding. Proceeding means that, not just proceeding, it's proceeding, ma'am or sir, depending on who is saying what, because they want to be sure that you understand what they're saying. So they tell you things like, "Oh, we're not yelling at you," which is true though. You might not, the truth is that you're not going to feel that they're not yelling at you. You're going to feel like they're yelling at you, but actually they're yelling loud enough for everybody to hear so that they don't have to repeat themselves, right? She stopped us and she was like, put down your bags." We're like, "Proceeding, ma'am, pick it up. Proceeding, ma'am, put it down. Proceeding, ma'am, pick it up." And we're like, "Proceeding, ma'am, you're carrying all this bag." Like I said, your civilian luggage and this other heavy bag that they've given you. So you're like, this, you just keep going up and down. And she's like, "Put it down. Proceeding, ma'am, too slow. Pick it up. Proceeding, ma'am, too slow. Put it down." I'm like, "Oh my God, I've entered." So, but I feel like it wasn't as worse as I imagined it to be, because I had already experienced DEP program. I've already experienced like an MTI now screaming in my face. So I get it. I went to a boarding school. I went to a nursing school. I mean, for the boarding school, it kind of like gave me a little bit of experience when it comes to yelling, when people yell. So I don't get angry or sad when people are yelling at me. I just listen to what they're saying. So I take off, just like turning down the yelling, but like picking out the words that they're saying or what they're telling you to do and doing what you're being told to do, if that makes sense. But just snooze out the yelling part. We eventually got to our rooms, like I said, there was a lot of yelling going on. And in my head, I'm like, okay, we're in our room. This is after 5. Are we going to sleep? Because I know that they play the wake up song at 5:45, 5:30. So I'm like, do we even get like 30 minutes of sleep? Maybe you will sleep and wake up by 7. She was like, change into a new, I think she gave us like 10 minutes to shower or so. She gave us like 10 minutes to shower and to change. I took the shower. Some people didn't take it. Some people just went to change. I took the shower because at this point I was on my menses and I didn't want any, being awake for 24 hours already is already crazy on its own. Then you will not shower. So I just, like I said, boarding school helped me with being fast in the shower. So I did that, changed, and I kid you not, 10 minutes on the dot. Most people were not ready. But the yelling went from 0 to 1,000. We thought she was yelling before, but now it was times 2, and she was yelling, she asked us to move. I honestly can't remember like a lot of things about that day. I mean, when we started asking people, later in the weeks, like, do you remember anything from 0 week? Half of the people were like, nope. The only reason why I even remember a little bit is that when we finally had time to sleep at night, on the 9th now, when we finally had time, it was because every day you go to bed at 9 p.m. No matter what, you have to be heads in bed by 9 p.m. So 3 minutes to when we slept. So I was writing down, this is what I wrote. And I said, today is 9th October and I've been awake for over 38 hours at this point. This experience has been one for the books. I'm trying to keep a positive and a strong mindset, knowing that God has come through for me already. I'm holding on to God's word through this process. Now I just want to sleep, honestly. I think I just want to sleep. Honestly, I think for over the last 24 hours, I've just been on cruise control. I don't remember anything that has happened. I just know that I just want to sleep. And let me just sleep, and then we take this one day at a time. This is what I wrote down in my book. One of the things that helped me throughout this experience was journaling. I was able to like write down my thoughts, how I was feeling, how everything was making me feel, how each process felt. So that kind of like really helped me in a sense, you know. So that's what I'm gonna say. One thing that I would say that really helped me again is prayer. I prayed every day, even with how hectic this was. I made sure that I put in at least 5 minutes into prayer every morning and every night. On the go, when we're working, when we're marching, what's going on in my head is just prayer. Like I'm thanking God for how far He's brought me. I'm thanking God for what He's doing, you know. And then I'm journaling too. When we have time, which we don't, I try to like write down in my book, you know, what I really want to remember about that day. There was a week that I didn't write down anything because it flew by so fast. Like it was like you wake up, you do all this stuff. The next thing that's happening is that you're sleeping. By the time you put your head in your pillow, you feel like you're just opening your eyes again to wake up. You know, there was a week like that. It was crazy. If being a nurse really helped me in the military, if my background as a nurse helped me do anything or achieve anything, we're also going to talk about I'm going to talk about a bunch. I have a lot to tell you guys. So just stay tuned to this video. Keep watching and do not forget to subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends. Share it with your friends, okay? Alrighty. We're going to go more in depth when it comes to the military. I'm going to tell you everything that I know. Everything that I know to make you successful, okay? And I'm also going to talk about 5 things, okay? I'm going to talk about 5 things that I wish I knew before I joined. Alrighty? Thank you so much for watching to this point. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a good and a blessed day. Bye.